Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hereby I welcome you to GoOdy's Master Cup, the 4th edition of this awesome weekly series of tournaments where you can win $100 or just watch others beat each other down. Hello, Jack, are you with me?
I am here with you today, sir.
Awesome, as always. It will be a pleasure. I can already anticipate that. I'm so good at scouting. So let's introduce let's introduce the players first. Here we have spawning in the bottom left corner. It is ASP Acer.
And the purple Terran in the bottom right corner of our screen. You probably know that he's good. It's GoOdy.
Yeah, let me just do one thing, because I feel that the music may be a little bit too loud compared to you. So, you know, the music in Starcraft 2 is awesome, but I think the viewers will like to hear you even more. This is how, yeah, you're awesomer than Starcraft 2 music, isn't that cool?
It might even be a little bit over the top. Starcraft 2 music is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is. I like the guitar parts. I think that's one of the reasons why people play Terran after all. I just, you know, I feel jealous. I play Protoss and I can hear some, you know, choirs in the background, but it's nothing as good as hearing old style, you know, rock from Tarsonis when you're playing as a Terran.
Absolutely, I think that Terrans have the best music in StarCraft 2. StarCraft 1, I was a little bit more a fan of the Zerg music personally, but yeah. StarCraft 2, Terran music is definitely my favorite.
Okay, there is a request on the chat to link brackets, so if someone could do that, please, it would be awesome, guys. We would really appreciate that. Okay, so let's see what is happening in the game itself. We already have some forms of openings, and GoOdy is going for a factory opening, which is not very surprising, assuming the fact that he's also known as the Panzer General. So we have a factory opening, and do you think that GoOdy will be showing us how to play mech in Heart of the Swarm?
I think that mech is really popular. It got a lot stronger with Heart of the Swarm from Wings of Liberty, so hopefully we'll see some mech. Definitely GoOdy has been known for, like you said, being the Panzer General. So perhaps we will see some tankular action at least. Yeah,
very annoying. Very annoying GoOdy is right now to his opponent, because he has placed down an engineering bay where the nexus of the expansion should go, and that in fact is one of the worst things that can happen to you when you're a Protoss, because it takes a lot of time. Sorry, someone is pinging me. Give me a sec. So it is taking a lot of time to take it down, and then it gets cancelled. So the Terran doesn't even lose the supply, sorry, the resources for that, and he blocks your expansion for so long. GoOdy already here with 2 Hellions. I think he's going to try some harassment. There's a sentry, but the sentry is too late. Oh my god. This can be huge. Hellions don't have, of course, the upgrade for Blue Flame, but the workers have not done a very good job.
Oh, no,
my god, now all of them!
No, that is exactly what you don't want to do at that moment in time. Oh my god. That was probably some sort of a misclick, and the workers lost is just getting higher and higher.
10 workers lost with just 2 Hellions. That not even has paid back for itself. It has paid back for an expansion and a huge army, I could say. And right now GoOdy is going for an expansion. He's switching a factory and barracks. Again, he'll be producing some marines to be defensive. He already has this nice fancy Widow Mine. We see more and more players do, because now if the Protoss goes for a counter-attack, this Widow Mine will be deadly. And GoOdy building a tech lab next to his factory. Now what could that mean? Is he going for Tors or what?
Looks like he's going for tanks at this point in time.
Why? Sorry, I may be called stupid after asking this question, but yeah, tanks still require a tech lab add-on. They have just removed the siege tank research, right?
Right.
Yeah, sorry, I've been confused. And oh my god, this Widow Mine so huge, but then no, just one zealot took it. And if Acer positions himself correctly in this fight, he may not even trigger the second Widow Mine, which I think was triggered after all by the Mothership Core, which died. Unfortunate death.
Oh, but we have another Widow Mine over here.
And
a little bit more damage, but it's not... Oh, in the siege mode. He's got a full surround on that. It's going to be very difficult to take that tank down with this full surround of repair like that.
Yes.
Oh, no. And GG.
After a very quick first game, we have a GG, and sorry guys, I have been looking a little bit dark today, but it's fixed now. You can see my very handsome face in all its glory and all its horror. The same as the first game, guys. So GoOdy taking a very quick victory, very good positioning, as I think that's, you know, he's playing from as the guy that we have known from Wings of Liberty. He always was this kinda slower, but a very technical player nonetheless.
Yeah, it was interesting because that engineering bay block, the Acer went directly into 2 gateways after that, so I think he sort of may have allowed himself to be pushed around a little bit too much by that engineering bay block. Instead of still going for the expansion, he totally switched into a 3 gateway pushing kind of a play, and that didn't really turn out well for him.
Yeah, could you join the game with me? Yeah. So far, Heart of the Swarm. I mean, for the last 2 tournaments, it has been great. Heart of the Swarm just has huge, I could call them claws when it comes to multiplayer and when it comes to matches. It is so much more dangerous, and Protoss versus Terran in Wings of Liberty, you would say, yeah, probably before the 10th minute mark, nothing huge will happen. And we had a game which proves that, you know, that exactly wrong. Right now, there's a dozen of things that can go wrong before the 10-minute mark.
Absolutely. Namely, for the Terran, you have all kinds of harassment options and early all-ins with Proxy Factory, with the Widow Mine Proxy Factory. Sometimes they'll even float in the factory into the opponent's base and land it and plant the Widow Mines before the Protoss can even get any detection.
And that's actually one of the hardest things to counter right now. I don't think that people have figured it out already, because you know, I think the intention was that, sorry, in Heart of the Swarm, you can go either for a Stargate or a Robo. Both tech paths should be viable choices. Now, with Widow Mines and how quickly they can get to your mineral line, and the fact that you need detection in your base, it's very difficult to go for a Stargate if your opponent goes for a Robo, for a factory.
Yep, it takes a lot more time and a lot more gas to get that Oracle out in time.
And also, you know, Oracle is a harassment unit, so you have that detection, but I wouldn't say that detection stays in your base, and it just takes a long time to get it back, and you may not have energy for the reveal ability. It's a pain in the butt, if I can be honest with you.
Yeah, I've been talking to a lot of Protoss players, and they've been loathing the Widow Mine pretty intensely, and then that was before the patch where they got a damage increased against shields. So not only was the Widow Mine strong before, now it's even stronger. So Protoss are going to have to put their heads together and figure out how to beat this.
Now, you know, so there are 3 types of detection for Protoss, so it has to be one of them. So either they will be forced to go each game to go for robotic facility, or they will be forced to keep 1 Oracle in their base, which doesn't seem right. But then, you know, metagame changes all the time. And the third option would be to have a cannon near your mineral lines and just build that cannon after you're done with choosing your tech pack. It only costs minerals and it would be a good protector, although I'm not sure how viable that option is. It's kind of... Yeah, it's kind of... yeah.
Yeah, the issue... that it's sometimes difficult to see, but the issue with building static defense automatically is that it doesn't give you any sort of advantage. It just keeps you alive. So while you spend 150 minerals on a cannon, your opponent spend 150 minerals on another barracks. and now they can produce more units, and you can just sit there and defend. Especially if you overcan, you build many cannons, then your opponent will just be able to
Sorry to interrupt you, but there's a Reaper, and the Reaper...
There is a Reaper.
Yeah, and, well, will it be successful? Nice micro from Acer. And I'm not sure that... Okay, 1 kill, and the Reaper is now retreating. He has to run away from this ugly little stalker. And the Reaper survives. And he'll also be able, maybe, to force a delay on the expansion. That will be actually huge, very good snipe. And the expansion for the Protoss will be delayed, well, certainly by a lot.
Well played. He's going to throw out that expansion in any case, but Acer stays calm. The Reaper is coming in. He doesn't pull all of his probes and try to attack it or anything like that. Just pulls back the weakened one and waits for that Stalker to come out right on time.
And GoOdy very active. Let's see the APM. This is something that actually interests me. GoOdy with APM of around 130. Yeah, that sounds like his usual self. Very active with the Reaper, flying around the map, securing the Xel'Naga towers. That's great. As a response to that, Acer throws 2 Stalkers to the Xel'Naga towers. Now on this map, this is kinda risky. You need to be careful about how you position your Stalkers, and I think he does the fix right now, because if you get too deep into this crevasse here, then you may end up just losing the Stalker because you will not have enough time to escape an approaching army.
Yeah, and he had both of his Stalkers out on the map, so it's going to be tough. Oh, he zones him out. This was really well played. He zoned him out with the Zealot, and now he'll be able to take care of this Reaper. Very difficult to deal with the Reaper if you only have a Zealot back home at your base.
Oh, and that lovely splash. It leaves a smudge of red blood on the ground, and the Reaper itself just crushed in the stones. It's like, you know, Looney Tunes all over again.
Yeah, we might have to start calling Acer the Looney Tune Protoss. Could happen.
By the way, I loved Looney Tunes. I think my favorite ones were the Coyote and the Roadrunner.
Absolutely.
Who have thought about the idea of painting an entrance to a tunnel on a wall and then going through that tunnel? That's one of the most hilarious ideas I have ever seen in cartoons so far. But hey, back to the game itself. What we were talking about earlier before that attack happened with the Reaper.
Just that Terran has a lot of early harass, early scouting options now in Heart of the Swarm, so we're seeing that again here with the early Reaper taking that expansion.
Yeah, exactly right. So we'll see what the Protoss's response is now. Going for the Forge first, I can imagine ways of playing. Maybe someone like MC will devise a strategy where he goes for very fast 2 quick Forges to go for very fast upgrades, and this is how he will get his detection. But then I believe that most of the Protosses will just go Robo first, or Robo very quickly, or just learn to scout properly what are the odds of him going for a Widow Mine drop. We have 2 Hellbats. Wow, does a Hellbat take 2 spaces in a Medivac now?
Actually, that
4
patch
spaces.
just came through a couple of days ago. Yeah, that was the only change in the patch, and they wanted to decrease the power of this attack, and really nice defensive positioning. Acer is expecting this kind of an attack.
Okay, it makes a lot of sense. I was wondering because either they had to do either this, or they had to make the Hellbat an armored unit, so Protoss would get bonuses. But
and Acer is moving out at the exactly incorrect time. Oh man,
that
he makes it pull very quickly though. He pulls his units. He hasn't actually lost that much.
No,
only 5 workers killed in total.
Exactly. A very quick reaction, and he also has... No, he doesn't have enough energy on the Mothership Core, but now he has Stalkers in the right spot, so he'll be able... And on the other side, he's continuing the aggression. The Stalkers already have Blink Tech, so they will be kinda dangerous to the Terran itself. Now, we only have 1 bunker here, so I kinda see it working. Although he needs some high ground vision if that is to work completely. Yes, he has it. There's an observer. I have been looking for it someplace else, but there is one, and let's see what is the path that Acer will choose to blink up.
Considering blink it into the main. There it is. We got the big into the main play. The Hellbats are on their way back with very little
nice.
HP.
And going for the add-ons, very good, very strong against Terran, because Terran instantly loses his production capabilities, and that's actually a pain in the butt. Oh, this Medivac gets shot down. Yeah, and the Viking, and now Acer has to retreat, but no, not in this direction, my friend. This will not save you, or will it? Oh, it only saves some of the Stalkers. I think that, you know, one of the issues with Heart of the Swarm that players have is the map awareness. In Wings of Liberty, it wouldn't happen. He would know exactly what is the edge of the base, where he can retreat from. Now it's a slight issue, and that mistake has cost him a couple of Stalkers.
Yeah, he also made a blink to kill that Medivac before it unloaded those Hellbats, so he had to wait for that blink cooldown, which was pretty rough.
That's also right. So you kind of need to be. I have been talking with a couple of players about that, asking them, okay, so should you use the blink while you are inside enemy space, or should you just keep it as a backup plan and you know, an option for you to run away? And most of them say, you know, it's a good practice not to use the blink while you are in your opponent's base, because that can cost you a lot of units just because you want to snipe one, like a Medivac. And we saw exactly that happening, just, you know, Acer being slightly overeager.
We missed it, but Acer actually just hit into a really long supply block, a full 25-second supply block there. Oh. So he is going to be falling behind GoOdy in the macro in a major way.
Well, GoOdy's supply blocked as well, has been for the past couple of, maybe not a couple of seconds, a longer term as well. And both of them, it seems that this aggression has slightly unsettled both of the players, and right now they are just picking up the pace again.
Yeah, this looks like GoOdy's gonna go for the third in the south location instead of over to the right.
Oh, and there is a Hellbat drop in the natural of Acer's. And oh yeah, there is already a cannon, and no, this drop won't be going back home for Christmas. The question is, oh, it has been close. Acer has a tendency of gathering all of his workers in the same spot. He again clicked them on a single mineral, which could have cost him like 10 of them. There is no, how you call that, AoE cap in Starcraft 2, where you can't deal more damage than. There is a cap on the EMP ability, but you know, units like Helions or Hellbats don't have that cap. So if he gathers 25 workers in a single spot, Hellbats can take them down in 2 shots.
Yep. Yeah. Workers being the only unit I believe that can stack up as a ground unit.
GoOdy has so many
siege tank line. He's walking by, just taking so many hits.
Oh wow, wow! It looks terrible, if I can be honest with you, mate. It looks completely terrible. There is a pylon here, which will help him, but there are so many units on the way. He needs to micro his immortals like a god in order to survive this, and one of them is already down. Yeah, he's losing this.
Yeah, he went in too deep, and GoOdy gets the GG.
That's it. That's it, guys. So GoOdy takes the series 2-0, and he's moving up in the bracket. Let's see who we have now. So we'll be back with you guys after a short commercial break, so don't go anywhere. You're watching GoOdy TV and the Master Cup, where the best players compete against each other for $100 prize pool.